picked up the new dinghy. It's a Highfield 340. Raymond from Air and Sea Safety from Charleston brought it down to Brunswick, Georgia. While we're in the middle of a bunch of boat projects, really helped us out. It's pretty cool of him. Yeah, really happy with the boat so far. Huge upgrade from the West Marine dinghy, the 10-foot dinghy that we had before. This one's like 11 foot 2 inches. Doesn't sound like a huge upgrade, but it's a 25 horsepower and it's a Hypalon dinghy, so it'll last a lot longer. It has a 10-year warranty on it. The Tohatsu 25 has a 5-year warranty. Yeah, super excited to see what this thing can do.
Finally, there's our car. She cost us about as much as our Toyota Prius cost in early 2020.
New dinghy, new bumper sticker.
What does it say?
Jimmy Buffett for president.
Rackham is amped on the new dinghy because dinghy means fun. It means going to shore and exploring. Let's get in the new dinghy, baby.
Come on, go for a boat ride.
Nah. Oh, this one's so good. The boys, you guys can rest your paws up front. This is so much better than the other dinghy. Inaugural family dinghy ride. Our other dinghy, the boys didn't have this flat surface, and it was at an angle, and so they were constantly kind of pawing and falling down. So we knew that they were going to love their Highfield dinghy. This is a good spot for dogs up here. Highfield was thinking of dogs when they made these. We bought this for you. This is your car. This is half throttle.
There you go. We're not going far. We're going under the bridge, and then to the left, and there's like a cool marsh area out there.
At least it's not tippy like a kayak. So please fall in. You want to go front, Chuggies? We're getting blown all around it. It's breezy. are you doing, Steve?
Setting up lifting points for the new dinghy.
So previously it was a snap shackle, correct?
Yeah. Behold our new Highfield 340 dinghy, CL 340. So yeah, we had a West Marine 310 PVC dinghy before with only a little Mercury 9.9 outboard on it, and with myself and Stephanie plus our 2 dogs, if we had the tide with us, we could get on plane. If it was against us, we couldn't get on plane. So we knew we needed to upgrade, and pretty quickly. We worked with Air and Sea Safety out of Charleston, South Carolina. They're a Highfield dealer in the region here, and they were able to hook us up with this. We have a 340 and a Tohatsu 25. So we went with the electric start version, so we do have a Group 24 battery on here, so it does add a little bit of weight. The boat's 11 foot 2 inches, not including the motor, which only really adds about 6 to 7 inches off the stern. And we went with the high transom version, which is nice. You don't have to worry about a wave when you're coming off plane, coming back in the cockpit and swamping you. And Highfield does send this little pouch for the seat, which is nice, with little organizers. Keeps everything dry enough until it rains, but a place to be able to put your phone and keys and stuff like that, so stuff isn't laying out on the deck. And if you know anything about Highfields, one thing that they do is awesome. They're an aluminum hulled boat, so really sturdy, really light. The boat and motor is about a little bit under 300 pounds. We went with a 6-gallon gas tank up under this forward hatch, which is good and bad. It's kind of nice. We're living the high life here. It actually has a fuel gauge on it. But you can go with a 3-gallon tank up here. 3 gallons would just give you more room up here to be able to put an anchor and anything else you'd like. So that is one downside to having the 6-gallon. So we do, when we're in the Bahamas, we'll just have the 6-gallon here full for charters, and then we'll have an extra 2.5, 3-gallon, or maybe just an extra 5-gallon tank of petrol on board. Oh, and then, so underneath here, our fuel lines run under the deck, down in the bilge area, up to here, so you don't have fuel lines running at your feet. And also you have basically like a floor, and then with a bilge area, so everything in here stays dry. And then we did go with a fuel water separator. The Tohatsu's electronically fuel injected, so it's just nice. You don't have to mess around with cleaning carburetors. You need to leave a little bit of bad gas in there for a month or so if you leave the boat and come back. The boat is rated for, or recommended for, 20 horsepower, which is basically like the same, if I'm not mistaken, the same as like a 9.9, a 15 horsepower, or a 20 horsepower, all in that same block and size. We sized up to the 25 because of hauling more people and gear on the boat. So it does add a little bit more weight coming up to a different size of outboard. But we're pretty happy that we did that for now. But the boat could, you know, if it was just gonna be you and another person most of the time and the dogs, the 20 would be totally adequate. 25 was the max horsepower for the boat. And all these Highfields come with the sea deck on the bottom, or I don't know what version of the, I think they call it Everfoam or Evafoam maybe, but with the faux teak, which is nice. Again, kind of easy to keep clean. But yeah, super excited. The Highfield dinghy has a 10-year warranty on the Hypalon, so the boat itself, and then the Tohatsu has a 5-year warranty, which is nice. So pretty much be covered for the whole time. Likely we'll have this particular dinghy. So yeah, really excited, and we've had some fun with it so far.